We're gonna have to sit closer.
Okay.
Does Michelle know? Is she waiting for us?
I can text
Yeah,
her.
they're waiting.
I don't know.
Oh.
Where's the little...
Awkward beginnings. Here we
Yeah.
go. Allow. Yeah. Sounds. Whoops.
Okay, so now she said that she's going to invite herself, and then you
Well,
can
yeah.
invite her to come live with us.
Yes, I already
Why do we
made
have
that an
that?
option.
Okay.
Or just, I don't even know if we are, because it's like
That's me.
still
Can
loading.
we do that again?
It's doing this, guys.
I'm not electronic.
Michelle says, nope, don't see you. Hold on.
Can you push it down?
Yeah.
The internet. Oh, there's 2 watching.
LOL. Olivia, she's here.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we
we
can
gotta
join.
invite her.
We can. No, she has to ask. Then we can allow her. Is what I was
This is
told.
new to us.
Yeah. Oh, here
There
we
we
go. We're gonna get people in here. Hoover.
Wait, you can only add 1 at a time?
I don't know. Hold on. Wait till Livy gets on. Here, add. Oh no, I added Michelle first. Okay.
Michelle, are you
Sarah.
able to add more on than 1?
I think so. You could. I don't think so.
I'm not seeing that as an option for Livia.
Sorry, Olivia. Okay, sit down.
Livy, we can't add you for some reason.
There we go.
Not in it.
Yeah, she's
Grandma! Grandma's watching. Okay, now I can't exit out of this.
I'm gonna grab my laptop.
Mom, you just had a chicken salad. You shouldn't be hungry.
She's like, wow. Sorry, we tried.
Yeah, I think you can only do 2.
Michelle, are you? Yeah, you're half of the screen.
Oh, we have a couple minutes, or not minutes, but we should wait a little bit until
Right.
Olivia says she got ready for nothing.
For nothing.
Livy, we can, when it comes to one of the questions you're answering, we can, sorry, Michelle.
That's true, you can-
We can kick Michelle off, and then Michelle can come back on when she's answering the question.
That might get complicated quick, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
All right.
Amanda Wilson.
I should be on here and just using it.
We're going to answer a few questions, and then we're going to give this little card away to our winner, and we know who that is. So stay tuned. We're going to answer a few questions. and then
Michelle, can
we're going to give this little card away to our winner.
didn't come out? You know what I mean?
Your description.
What?
I tried to
Yes.
put a description on the live too.
It
I don't
came
know
on
if it came
because
out.
when I reposted it,
It's there.
Okay, good.
I can see it.
Okay.
Because I'm on my laptop over here. I just muted it.
And sorry about the background. We attempted to change that and it wouldn't let us. So
the Hardy background.
I can't see. I'm like
I know,
so far away.
My phone, I'm just going to turn it down so we can see what people are commenting below.
Yeah, because I can't see the comments.
And nobody wants to see. Oh, that's like way behind.
I know that. That's why I'm.
All righty.
Mom, we're not.
Oh, Angela Morrow is a preacher's wife from Wisconsin.
Oh.
Yay.
Ugh.
We had over 2,000 views of our videos, so if you haven't shared it, go back and share it, because we love people to read our page and see what's going on. So
We actually got a lot of really good questions this time
Yep,
too.
we got some questions.
So it should be interesting. At least I think so.
Michelle, you done decorating for VBS?
Yes,
It looks good.
all done. The only thing I had to do this morning was to blow up pools for the prizes. And that was it. But I did everything yesterday. So
Okay.
Let's see.
Very good.
Faith Dawson.
Hershey.
Oh, that's my finger. That's not going to work. I can't even scroll down. This is the buzzkill, guys.
It's okay.
All righty.
I can sort of
Good.
read them.
My contacts aren't that good.
I can't tell how many people are watching. 9,
We have 8 people.
8.
Brenda
Oh,
Barr. Mom, you just got to kill time until more people get on.
Oh, we're not going to kill a lot of time here.
We've only been on for about a minute. It's all good.
Alrighty.
We've only literally
So what are you guys doing there today? You just went out to do this?
cleared up. Well, they were in the area for a bridal shower.
Yeah.
We were in the over at
Oh.
for the Claycombs, and so we
Yeah,
had a bridal
Canada.
shower, so we hopped over the mountain and came over to Natalie's.
Speaking of, it's a beautiful view over there. Come to
Yeah.
the top.
Why don't you explain like the distance? Like you all live in the same state, but like why don't you explain like how far away you
So,
live? Like from Kimmy and you
Yeah.
and
We did have a question. The first question we got actually
Nothing.
was,
What is Mother Hen 5 about?
so what Mother Hen 5 is about is I'm the mother and I have 5 daughters, and our oldest is Michelle. She lives in Wisconsin. She's a pastor's wife at Souls Harbor Baptist Church. And Kimmy lives in our hometown of Tyrone. She's married.
Like 2 minutes from them.
2 minutes.
Literally.
And then Natalie's married, and she lives about 45 minutes away from us. So not
South.
too far.
Yeah.
Far enough, but not too far.
Yeah.
And then Danielle and Olivia are still at home. So that is all of us. And we just blog about our life. We blog recipes, we blog hobbies, we blog church stuff, we blog
General
everyday life. That's just what we do.
homekeeping or whatever. Just like
Tips for your home, tips for your husband, your relationships. So that's just a fun blog. No, I don't know.
I don't think it falls in the category of lifestyle blogger, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
To a point.
Yeah. Lifestyle blogs. So
Yep.
From 5, 6 of us.
anything
And
else,
we
Michelle?
pretty much cover, I'd say, most areas, phases of life, if you will.
Yes, I
So-
am 53 next week. We
Yeah.
already got a few birthday gifts. And Michelle, you are 20.
I'll be 29 on the 29th.
I was gonna say 9. And then
My
Olivia
golden birthday.
she'll be 20 in September. So we 19.
She'll be 19.
I think
19.
Yeah.
So she'll be 19. So we go from 29 to 19. 5 girls in 10 years. So that's what we had.
Yeah.
And Olivia goes to college, so that'll be some upcoming blogs of college life with her.
That's a big one.
And- And you have 4 grandkids right now, and you'll have 6 by
grandkids.
the end of the year.
2 on the way.
I feel like I'm still not in the screen or not. Like, what's it saying that?
No, it's not giving me that option.
All right.
Oh, okay. Sarah's here. Brenda. Mrs. Sandridge. I think I got everybody. Oh, Abby.
That's a good question.
All
Okay.
right. Olivia, it's not letting me do that. So I think you can only add one person.
We need to pay attention just in
Unfortunately.
case someone asks a question
Yeah, I know.
on there,
I'm
but
trying.
I can't.
It's okay. We can just take a quick
Michelle can tell us
glance.
if we
Yeah, Michelle, can you let us know if someone asks a question because it's on the other side of the room for us to be able to see the screen?
She will.
Yes, and if Olivia wants to answer it, she can either text you
That's what I was
her
gonna say.
answer, and we can
Ew.
just read it that way too.
There you go, Livy. We all got our phones beside us, so we don't want to do it.
Or
If she has any
Comment.
nuggets of wisdom.
so it won't be so delayed too.
Emily's on there.
Emily?
Did you say that?
I see
Kylie.
I see Kylie, Abby.
Alrighty.
2 people shared it. I'm not sure. I don't see a list anymore.
We're 12 right now. By the time we do the. Okay, who wants to.
Oh, I'll read the or
No,
I
she's
can
gonna read
mention
the
oh, that's right.
question.
We're
Oh, no,
doing
that's us.
the
But
giveaway.
But
Or yeah,
mention
the
it. It'll be at
Giveaways
the
last.
end.
Will be at
Oh.
the end.
Yes.
And we know who the winner is, so
I
stay
said I
tuned.
That's fine.
Even though
So-
I may not be able to read.
All right. We did have a few questions, so let's see what our first one is.
Okay, so do you want to go in more detail about what is Mother Hen 5 about? Or is that.
No,
enough
it's
for
just
you?
about our life. No. It's
Okay.
about our lives.
Miss Rebecca Taylor asked, what neat things have you made for your nurseries, Natalie
So
and Michelle?
well,
This is-
Michelle, you can start with that. If you want. I mean, it's been a while since you did it at the nursery, but still.
I think the only thing I didn't build anything. My husband is tech savvy. He's not super like handy at building stuff. So, but I think for Callie's nursery, I made paper flowers.
Yeah.
They were probably about this big, probably about 1.5 feet. Those were fun, and I just took them down last week, and she's 1.5 years. They just started to kind of droop, and but I had found a
I was
really.
gonna say, Nat wants them.
No.
They were pointless. She had finally figured out that they were there and she could reach
Oh.
them, so she was pulling them off the wall. It just took her 1.5 years to figure it out. But I had found this really large wall print at Hobby Lobby on clearance. I think it was $15. It was probably 3 by 2 foot or something. It was a good size, and then I just put them all around there, and I put them all around the room. That was the only thing I actually made. I'll try to find a picture of it and post it in the comments. But everything else, as far as nursery, when I painted the nursery, I made sure it was a neutral color. That way, once I moved to the next room, I didn't have to paint again, so that worked out well. And then Sai's current room, it's like a woods theme. But everything I got was just from clearance. If I can buy it for cheaper than I can make it, I buy it. And I'm pretty patient, so I just wait and bide my time. But I think the only thing I actually made was the flowers. But I'll try to find a picture of it and post it while Natalie tells you.
I was gonna
About
say I
nursery.
was trying to even think today of something that I made for their nursery, and I just didn't because timing of our kids, and then we've moved a lot, and we haven't had like permanent nurseries. Or Hannah was in our room and excuse me, Clark Summit for like ever. Of course, I don't know what that was about. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Hannah was in our room and we were renting, so like it's not like we could paint, or I didn't really have a theme even at all for her. And then when we moved here, it was like a quick move and we just threw stuff in the room, and so I really haven't had time. And even with this baby, like I'm pretty busy. I have an idea of a theme that I want to go with, but I haven't made anything so far. But a lot of people have made stuff for me. Put in the nursery.
Nice
But Kimmy,
friends.
yes. Kimmy, though, she's not quite done with her nursery. I know she's done a couple DIY stuff for her nursery, and she's going to be actually doing a whole blog post about that here pretty soon. So we won't disclose any of her craftiness just yet. But
Kimmy's
I
not
know
here
for
because
me,
she's working.
yeah,
So.
Kimmy's working.
I know for me, I'd like to do like less is more for me. So I'd rather spend a couple days on a couple flowers and have that versus a room full of little things that are either they're gonna destroy or whatever. So you have to be a little bit practical about it. That's kind of how less is more. I found a picture of it, but I'll post them. But I always try to think long term too, because I don't want to do the same thing twice because I'm a little bit lazy. So that's kind of my rule of thumb.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Okay. Back on the row. Miss Lacey, Mom, I think this is going to be for you. Or Miss Sarah Lancy. Wow, if I could read. Okay, from talking.
Her name now. You need to read. Yes.
Campa?
Sarah Campa.
Sarah
Sorry.
Campa. She was in my wedding.
I know, I haven't
This
seen
is
her
my
since the wedding. I know.
I know. So sad.
And she has 3 kids now, I think.
I thought she had more than that.
3.
3?
Yeah.
3.
I think that's awful. I just saw her too in January.
Okay, from talking to Michelle Hoover, I know you homeschooled and were a busy ministry wife. How did you find some sane balance between a busy church schedule, homeschooling, and dealing with just life with several children at the same time?
And I have thought about this. I think you have to be a little bit organized. Even if you're not an organized person, you're going to have to get to be an organized person, because even with homeschooling, our girls had a Rubbermaid tote you know, that all their schoolwork went in, and that's where it was. We didn't have to go looking for it. We didn't have, you know, books weren't everywhere. They were all inside a tote. And so, plan ahead. Ministry wise, the more you can plan ahead and be prepared for upcoming events, the better it's going to be. And if you don't have a husband that does that, then it's going to be rough. But if every May, you know, you have a mother-daughter banquet, you can plan that. You know, you can get your theme. You can do whatever. Or Vacation Bible School. If you know a theme, get started. The more you plan ahead, the better it's going to be. And another thing, we took the girls everywhere. They were, we have pictures of them singing in nursing homes. They played the piano. And older people loved them. They didn't care that they made mistakes. Although I do think one lady said somebody was awful.
Oh, I don't know.
I forget who it was, but
I never know the comments at nursing.
Nursing homes can be forgiving, or they can
Yes.
be very. I'm gonna tell you the way it
It's
is.
in the
So,
fridge.
but it's a great experience for your kids. Their dad, even though he was a youth pastor, he took them to hospitals. He took them visiting. And they went on every youth activity. They were just there with us. And so I think that was a big part of it. The only thing they didn't go to was like youth conferences, you know, far away. They didn't go with us to those, but
Thank you, Dorcas, for watching this.
yeah,
What
the
about-
grandparents watched them and the Dorshes. And yes, so
What about
housework. I'm an organized person. I wouldn't say I'm an actually clean person. You know, I know where to start.
Our house was lived in, okay?
Our house is very lived in, and it still is. But you know, I don't have clutter everywhere. There may be dust, but there's not clutter. But you know, you just have to balance it. And Natalie, I think, started doing a list for
Yeah.
certain jobs she does each day.
Because when you have younger ones, it's really hard.
Yeah.
When they're older, you can give them chores. They can do a lot themselves. But
Right. And some people clean all in one day. You know, whatever fits your schedule and whatever works for you. Michelle cleans all in one day. So, but it's balanced, and you got to be a little bit organized, or it's not going to work. You know, just not going to.
maybe, Michelle, you can give an angle with young. I guess you have young kids at one time too, but.
Yeah, I wrote a couple of things down. I think number one, you have to have to know your priorities, and those, like, you should discuss them with your spouse, especially if you're in ministry, and ask your husband, hey, do you want me to go to this? Or, you know, I'm kind of busy today, or the kids aren't going to get naps that day. Would you really like me to be there? And if he prefers you to be there, then you make a way and do it. I'm 100% that ministry time can be family time, and that they don't have to be separate. But there are times, like yesterday, where we were at the church all day, so my kids did not get. I will keep it up for you in a minute.
No, don't hear. Oh.
Okay. Where they didn't get naps at home, so they're kind of cranky today. But you know, it's a one-time thing. But as long as you and your husband are on the same page about what he wants you to do, then you're going to avoid a lot of frustration. But if he's expecting you to be there or not be there, and you're just assuming, so communication is a big deal. I have your plan way ahead for events, just like Mom says. Like for Bible school, I'll post pictures of it later, but I had this huge project. Everybody else in the church decorated the rest of the building, but I was in charge of the auditorium. It was a huge project, so I started planning in March. I had everything at my house last month. So yesterday we got there at 9 and we left at 8:30 at night. But it's done. So, but you have to, even if it's not your personality per se, you kind of have to make it. You have to make it work and plan ahead.
And to school too. If you're going to start homeschooling or whatever, if you don't plan field trips, you won't do planned trips. If you don't plan science experiments, you won't do them. So the more planning you do with that too, helps
The
too.
better experience they're gonna have. Yeah.
For Pennsylvania, the girls had to do what we called a portfolio, and they had to show the school district what they did throughout the year. And so we sort of had to plan. Now, I don't think you have to do that anymore, but you do have to plan out their days and tell them what they did. And so you're going to have to be a little bit organized there.
I do want to throw something out there since we're on the homeschooling thing. If you all are homeschooling, make sure you all do field trips. Seriously, we have been to a lot.
Yes, our
A lot of
girls
places.
have been a lot. They've
A lot
been
of
to Washington, D.C. They've been to Mount Vernon. They've been to the Liberty, Statue of Liberty,
Falls,
Niagara Falls.
Canada side.
They've been around. So it is, they love them, and we have pictures to prove it. So
And I was younger then, and I still remember a lot
poor
of that
Livia,
stuff, so.
she's probably going to comment because her last 2 years were sort of she was the only one left, so she sort of got gypped on field trips.
I have down here to ask for help too. I didn't ask for help for years, and then people got frustrated because I was frustrated. So ask for help, but then be okay with people's help, because it's not going to be the way that you would do it necessarily. But as long as people have the right spirit about it and things are getting accomplished, then that's okay. And I just have here lastly that your seasons change. We're having Bible school this year, but we did not have Bible school the last 2 years because we had too much going on. So it's okay to say no. And even though you have to say no this year, you may be able to say yes next year.
Well,
so
yeah, that's
you know,
exactly what
the only
happened.
thing a church is required to do is to have preaching and to go soul winning. So I can remember that a lot. Like, as long as we're going soul winning, as long as the word of God is being preached, then our church will go forward. We don't have to have a youth activity every other week, you know, for our church to be successful. So as far as ministry goes, you know, your family is more important than anything that goes on in that building. So as long as those two things are being done, anything else is extra, and it's not necessary. So I just have to remember that too.
Absolutely. Okay, next question.
Okay, Miss Sherry Eichelberger gave us 2 questions. I'm just going to read her whole comment. Here's my question for Wednesday, but it says for Wednesday. Hoping for each of your perspectives, what is your biggest time waster? And how do you strive to not give into it? Do you sit down each morning and make a to-do list? Are you always productive, or do you have days when nothing much but the basics get accomplished? Side note, I race off to work each day, and when I get home, I just start doing the urgent, like washing the pile of dishes, throw laundry in, preparing meals, as you can see. I'm not sure how, either way. By the way, you girls are truly providing a need to women with this blog. I read a comment directed to Michelle in appreciation for being real, and that's what women deserve. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to.
So for scheduling or getting things done.
No.
What
What's
is
your
our biggest
biggest
time waster?
How do you strive to not?
The phone, cell phone.
The phone. Yeah.
We
Hi,
should
Silas.
Say hi over here.
I would say the phone too, because after the day you're sort of relaxing, and it used to be sit down and watch the movie or TV or whatever, but now we have a phone. So we're on our phones. But I make a list at the beginning of the week of things that have to get done. I don't do a daily one. That's too rigid for me. But a week one of things that need to get done. And maybe I'll do 1 or 2 things, and then I'll reward myself with looking at Facebook or doing whatever. But it could be puzzles. It could be games, gardening, social, whatever. It could be any time waster. But give yourself a reward after you get something done.
I put my phone on the fridge. I put it on top of the fridge, and I don't have any notifications turned on except for text messages and phone calls. If something's really important, they will call you. Like if somebody's in an accident or something is like life-threatening, they will call you. So I don't get
Right.
a notification if someone likes my post or comments on a post, or, you know, that will drive you nuts. So
Right.
turn all of those off. I should do a video on how to do that. But the phone is such a timer. I read something the other day that this lady, she wouldn't get her phone out after she put her kids to bed. She had like a little list of things she liked to do. But like you said, like, you just got to have the character to say no, you know, and then get it out for as a reward. So
Say my biggest time. I'm not on social media. I'm actually only on Snapchat, which nobody uses.
wicked,
But
wicked.
I would say YouTube is one of mine because I follow a lot of I'm subscribed to a lot of people. Anyways, but like sometimes I'll get on there while maybe the girls are eating lunch and I'm eating lunch, or like I'm not a big TV watcher, especially during the day. Like at night, maybe my husband and I will, but I get on YouTube and I start to watch like my subscription videos, and then time really gets away from me. But sometimes for me,
I know.
when the girls go down for a nap, like sit down for like 20 minutes and just relax a little bit, that's when that gets me. But I find that if I can get started doing something, which Mom had just mentioned, I have a list and it goes down through every day of the week. And my house, it's too much for me, especially now being pregnant with little kids, to clean in one day. Like it's just too much for me. So every day there's a chore, and then there's a day where you do like a big thing. But I find if I just find some sort of motivation to get started, and it's like Michelle said, like you just have to do it. So maybe I'll straighten up the living room, or I'll vacuum, or wipe down my countertops. Like if I start doing something, I'm the type that I'll just go. Like I can't stand having a clean kitchen and then I walk in and my living room's a disaster. So then like everything starts to get done. So I find if I just get started doing something, then I usually get a lot accomplished in the day. And I definitely have days where only the basics get done, because that's just like, you know, you only get your dishwasher loaded and the living room floor picked up, you know, and, you know, nothing.
I am all about the work hard, play hard motto. Like, I work my butt off so that I don't have to do anything for like a day.
Oh,
And it drives my husband nuts.
Yeah.
He's like, aren't we going to do something today? I'm like, no, I got it all done yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing today. He cannot comprehend that.
You have these days where you just do it all, and then the next day you just cook the meals.
So you don't have to the next day.
That's about it.
Or after a big event for the ministry wise, like after vacation Bible school for you, Michelle, next week, you're gonna be like, I ain't doing nothing. you know. So
Yeah, for sure.
days where we don't do nothing.
Yeah.
How about you, Danielle?
Yeah, we work hard. Super hard.
Especially if you work.
And I think another thing. I'm sorry. Another thing with a list is if you write it down, it's not in your brain because you already have a million other things in your brain. So just have that list on the kitchen table or on the kitchen, like a central spot. So when you think of something, go write it down. Don't go do it because you're already on something else, and that's counterproductive. So sorry.
And I love to cross it off. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your time?
I think it's just like everybody else. Mine's not really just social media. Mine's just electronics in general. I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Michelle, did I comment that I had to leave my Instagram? Because you had tagged me on my last post. I think it's been 2 weeks or almost 3.
2 weeks. I don't remember.
Yeah. I am one of those, I think that's the third time I've started an Instagram and deleted it. Because I'm one of those people that after about 2 weeks of hearing a service or hearing a sermon, I'm really convicted and I just delete it. And then the last time I started, though, was when I went to Fiji because I wanted my family to see what's going on. But really just social media in general, which it can be used good, too, so don't get us all thinking that it's wrong. Was it yesterday? We're all in the living room or in the kitchen? No, I was sitting. And I had my Bose speaker on. I was listening to music the whole house dead quiet. The TV wasn't turned on. I'm like, this is my kind of night. My mom, of course, just looked at me like, whatever. But one thing I do, I think
We just
a lot of
like
people
that something.
up their phone in the mornings, and I have that because when I go to bed, I have a few people I contact. They don't live in our area. A lot of them are in the Pacific time zone. So by the time I wake up, I have about 5 text messages. Of course, I want to answer them all. So I drop my phone off either on the counter downstairs in the kitchen, or I drop it off in the living room. We have 2 living rooms in our house. But I drop it off on my way to get coffee, just for the fact of I will be on it because I do not have that discipline. So I do have to put my phone away from me so I'm not on it. But yeah, I think just in general, electronics is a time-consuming thing that we can get busy with.
Okay. Last question. Nelly, want to read it?
Sure. Miss Sherry says, speaking of Hobby Lobby, which after this question we'll be announcing the winner. She said, what do each of you enjoy as a hobby? She wants to try something new.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Danielle.
Okay, so I have a lot of hobbies. That's why my sister's having my name for Christmas, because I like so many things. And I right now, well, last week our dining room table was covered with scrapbooking stuff for with scrapbooking stuff for the military boxes that I send out in the care packages. But this week it's covered with sewing stuff. I'm making culottes for camp. When I left camp last year, they assigned me to make a whole bunch of culottes for the girls to stay modest. So I have a lot of hobbies. I'd say probably sewing is one of my top hobbies. Now is becoming up there. Natalie used to like scrapbooking, but she's out of that phase.
It's a lot of mess for me right now because anyone that scrapbooks knows, like, pull out a bunch of stuff. I don't have the time for it really right now.
Yeah. So those are my 2 top favorite things.
Any hobbies with your 3 kids?
I actually don't have any at the moment. Have any hobbies? We're just pretty busy with random projects. I'd say if I do have time to work on, it's projects around the house. My cousin's working on something. I'll help him if I have time. I did start a new hobby, but I'm making something for one of my sisters, and I want it to be a complete surprise. So Danielle's actually the only one that knows that, and hopefully she didn't tell anybody.
I didn't tell anybody.
But so eventually I'll maybe say something. But I just started it, and I'm working on a project. So yeah, I don't really have any major hobbies right now.
Michelle, hobbies?
I like to watch TV. But it's honestly the only thing that I can do that, like, is not productive. Everything else I do, like, I like what I do, so I don't, like, if I really want to, like, do nothing that does not involve anything, like, mind-wrenching, it's just watching TV. So we like crime shows and stuff like that, so.
I think we're all just so busy that we don't have time to endeavor into anything.
And even the hobby that I picked up or whatever, I only do it in the night while I'm watching TV waiting for Caleb. You know, like, it's not like I sit down and work on this for amples of time during the day because I have it. No.
And I'm
I think that's one thing we
no
do
money.
too.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing we do too. If we are,
I want to do, I just don't have the money to do it. So.
I think she's a little bit late.
I think when we watch TV or watch a movie, though, we're doing something else. We're just not staring at a TV. We're planning, doing something else instead of just watching TV.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Usually I am too.
Yeah. I don't have any hobbies. I do like we're always fixing up, and so I will say though, every time I go into Hobby Lobby, I check out their 70%, 90% off aisle because you can pick up some really good deals for decorating. So go to that aisle and find it. And
yeah, I like to deal shop too. Like whether it's for grocery, like on Sunday night, I'll just chillax because we're done by 3 for the day. and I'll just pick out all my deals for the week. And if I go shopping, I don't know, like finding stuff on the cheap that I'm already going to buy anyways, that is fun for me. It's still kind of work, but
Yeah, that's fun.
you just got to love what
what
you
were
do,
you doing?
otherwise you'll be miserable.
Right. Well, we're redoing our hallway, and it's not done yet, but I do have a closet full of stuff ready to decorate it because I went to Hobby Lobby and got some really good deals. So,
See, if
Also
I was rich, I could be an interior designer. I would love to do that for a hobby, but I ain't rich, so.
just call me Joanna.
Oh my. That's my
Are you going to have another baby?
comment?
Let's do it.
I'm not sure what Kimmy's hobby is. She's at work right now, so we can't. She's not on.
Kimmy doesn't have a hobby.
I don't
Livy
think-
doesn't have a hobby.
Olivia would say shopping.
Shopping.
She'll probably respond in a few seconds to shopping down at the bottom.
Definitely shopping.
Or going out with Aunt Teresa.
Getting your nails done.
Leave me alone.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I think
I'm
that's
not going to mention anything about upcoming blogs.
Oh,
We're done.
upcoming blogs. Upcoming post is for me. I got a camper. We're going to go on our first camping trip, taking Olivia to college. We're also going to do the Ark encounter and the Creation Museum. So that'll be on a blog post. I'll give you the inside scoop on those two places.
That was just one. That's all one
Wow.
trip.
Yeah, I know.
Leave
There's no way.
No, I said leave me alone.
Your- Whatever you
want to say it, then
Okay.
I read the blog.
This Friday, I'm actually doing a 2-part series for a Bible study. So the printables and both of them I'm doing a giveaway with all of the stuff that I actually use on a daily basis. So
Giveaways.
get in touch.
Alrighty. Michelle, what's coming up?
I think I'm going to do a blog post on the peanut butter chocolate layer dessert that I posted on my July 4th thing. I think I had 12 people ask for the recipe for that. So
Yep. So,
I guess I could say I have 2 upcoming posts that I'm gonna do on young kids, and like it's mixed between a toy soup, I guess, and then I'm gonna do a post about kids that you're like
crunch wrap.
attempting to pull out of the nursery for the first time, and ways to like keep them busy in the pew and stuff like that. So
you have to do that? How high does
What?
your nursery go?
We don't really have like a set age, but Hannah's 2 now. She's over 2 now. So, and she's getting to where at least the service we want to pull her out and try and gradually get her used to sitting through church. But she does okay for a while, and then we have to take her back. But so, anyways,
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
Mommy,
oh, see,
It's going to be a disaster.
Still in the nursery. No, he's still in, right? Michelle, when's I come out of the nursery?
Mommy.
Until he's 4, December.
oh my.
But there's nobody to sit with him. So I'm just going to have to give him the evil eye from the piano.
That's where I'm gonna be at too after this baby. Probably.
Wait, who comes and watches them?
Miss Carrie. And
Miss
I was going to say that about question number 4, like how not to get burnt out. Every week I have a babysitter come in one day from 10 to 5, and I go over and do my office work and stuff like that. And that is a real lifesaver for me. Like, I would not be able to do what I do at the church if I did not have her once a week. So if somebody's willing to come and watch them, or even if you got to pay them for 4 or 5 hours a week, it's worth it.
That's great. Kimmy's post on Monday is crunch wrap supreme. That sounds good. I don't know what it is, but that sounds good. All right. Anything else? Okay. We are loving that you read our posts and invite people. We'd love to have more people. Who's going to announce our winner?
No, you're by it. Go ahead.
Our winner
Yay, drum roll is Lacey Hughes.
Woo! Good job, Lacey. Oh, Lacey, I just saw where you went camping, and it was not for you. Get a camper.
Oh my.
You will love it. Get a camper. All right, good
Congratulations.
job. Congratulations.
Thanks for sharing and liking and commenting.
All right, bye, Sai.
Bye-bye.